This podcast is sponsored by nobody. Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. It's Halloween and I'm a happy guy. And right now we're about to do the second and final Halloween Day episode and overall the last interview of Halloween October. And what better way to celebrate than to have my old friend Marie Laurin come back on. This is what, our 9th or 10th time that we've done this, but it'll be the third Halloween show we've done overall. We did it in 2020, 2022, and now 2025. I tried to get her last year, but she was off social media for like a month during the month of October, and we have a lot to catch up on. We're going to nerd out on film, television, and music from childhood. She grew up in Canada in the 60s, and I love that period, as you all know, and we're going to catch up on things, reflect on what's been going on with her since the last interview we did, and it's heavy. It's not, it's a sad story, but it's got a happy ending, fortunately, and it's going to be a fun yet insightful conversation. It's always fun and insightful with Marie, especially since she likes to ask me questions as well, which I don't mind because we're friends. Also, congrats to Robert Englund for getting his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's about fucking time. Freddie lives. I cannot stress this enough. Congratulations, Robert Englund. I see Ronnie Blakely posting on social media. She's there. I hope she has a great time. And I'm so happy for Robert, my fellow June 6th Gemini. So yeah, here is my new interview with Marie Laurin. Hey Marie, welcome back. How are you today, love?
How's it going?
I'm great. Same old shit, different smell. How about you?
Same here.
Yeah. It's Halloween and I'm a happy guy.
When was the last? I could not remember when was the last time we talked. When was it?
Well, on the podcast, it was Halloween of 22.
Oh my goodness. Was it the last time? No, we talked since.
Oh no, we've talked privately, unrecorded, yes, but we haven't done an actual podcast in 3 years.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Was I on your shit list or something?
No, I reached out to you last October, but you were off social media for like a whole month.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I've been off social media for like more than a month now. For like almost. I read things, but I sort of disconnect. My heart is not into it right now.
Yeah.
Because of the fire.
Yeah.
So it's been a really, 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 really rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
To lose everything in one night has been rough.
Yeah.
And it's hard. I think for people who haven't gone through, it's hard to, because before that we all read people losing things to the wildfire in California. It happens all the time, close to where you live in Northern California and all that. And you feel bad, but you have no idea how bad it is till you go through it.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, we'll talk about the sad stuff later, but first, let's nerd out. So going back in time, do you remember the first movie that impacted you as a child?
Bambi.
Oh.
Oh my God. I am still traumatized by his mother getting shot. Swear to God. I went to school in a convent, and the nuns were actually really forward on a lot of things, especially the arts. And I think it was last Friday of the month in the afternoon, we didn't have classes. We were allowed in the auditorium. They would rent a movie and we watch it.
Yeah.
And the first one was Bambi.
It's funny.
I could not enjoy the film at all because I was crying so hard about the mom getting shot. Yeah.
Donnie Dunnigan, who did the voice of Bambi, he's still alive. He's like 92 now. And I tried to get him on here for a long time, and then his wife finally got back to me, and just about a month ago, and she said, I was hoping he was going to be my big Halloween guest this year, and she said that he just did his last interview ever, and I was like, God damn it, because I tried for 4 years. I had emailed her, and this was the first time she ever replied me back. I sense there's something weird and evil there in her ghosting me for so long. But that pisses me off that I'm not going to be able to interview him because he's the last from a Universal monster movie. He was in Son of Dracula when he was 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. That pisses me off that she did that on purpose. I'm just
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
so
Yeah.
mad. I got a funny anecdote though about Bambi. It's not related to Bambi, but sorta. Burt Reynolds auditioned for a Clark Gable movie when he was in his early 20s before anybody knew who he was, and he's auditioning with George Maharis and Barry Coe, who became Mr. Goodwrench later, and Clark Gable would ask, each of the guys, "Hey, do you duck hunt?" Because he's like, he wants to like, be buddy buddy with the young actor,
Uh-huh.
before working with them,
Sure, sure.
And he asked George Maharis if he duck hunt, and he said, "I'm from New York. I've never even been on a pond." Right? Well, he didn't get the job. So then it's Burt Reynolds' turn, and Burt Reynolds thinks to himself, "Okay, I want to get this job, so I'm going to come up with something clever if he asks me if I duck hunt." Right? So Clark Gable says to Burt Reynolds, "Do you duck hunt?" And Burt Reynolds says, "I used to, but then I quit after I saw Bambi." And then Clark Gable gives him this look like, "Get this guy the fuck out of here."
I never heard that story.
Yeah.
I worked with Bert years ago. It was great to work. I had great memories working with him.
Oh, yeah. What movie was that? Physical Evidence, right?
It was a TV movie
Oh,
of the week called BL Striker. Was a
right.
2 hour TV? They had a bunch of them,
It was a
and I
pilot.
played
Yeah.
a princess dash terrorist.
Right.
And so I was wearing Chanel and packing a gun. That was awesome.
Right. Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, B.L. Stryker was a
Yeah,
short-lived series he had just
yeah, yeah,
before Evening Shade. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, that guy did so much work, and he had all these failed series. A lot of people remember
I
that he
know.
did. He had a series called Dan August where he was a cop. He had a show. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, a show called Hawk where he was like an Indian cop. David Carradine said later he turned that role down because he didn't want to play a cop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. But the first movie that impacted me as a child was Back to the Future because
Oh, because you're so much. Stop it! Now you make me feel so damn old.
oh, my dad is the same age as you, and that's one of his favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, it's a great. It's a great movie. I really loved it. Yeah, I was married by then. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're talking to grandma here.
Yeah, so like my parents used to let me look at their yearbooks, and like I always had that fantasy of going back in time and seeing my parents in high school and finding out why
Uh
they're
huh.
why they're so fucked up and I'm so fucked up. you know.
Yeah, well, I went, like I said, I went to a convent. So,
Hmm.
with those Catholic schoolgirls,
Yeah.
those wild stories. Yep, yep.
Oh yeah, you are definitely a Catholic girl, definitely.
Oh, absolutely. And then my second movie that really made a huge impact on me and wanted me to become an actress was Sound of Music. I am a huge fan of Sound of Music.
Oh yes.
And that opening scene with her twirling around with her apron up in
Hmm.
the Alps on top of the mountains.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like, I want to do that. I still want to twirl around on top of a mountain with an apron. I've never done it, but it's on my
Hmm.
bucket list. Don't
Yeah.
ask me why. I just love, the idea of it. Yeah,
I
I was obsessed with Sound of Music.
I love The Sound of Music. I auditioned for it in high school, and I couldn't
Did
sing or
you?
dance. Yeah, I couldn't sing or dance, and I was on the wrestling team, and so I would have been exhausted if I had done both. So thank God I didn't do both.
Oh, do you remember which part you auditioned for?
No, because
Okay.
it was like what they did
A
was,
group audition.
yeah, it was a group
Yeah.
audition. We had to dance first, and then we had to individually sing a song. I sang the Jet song from West Side Story, and I didn't have sheet
Okay.
music, so that was a deal breaker. And I just, my drama teacher who I had, 2 years in a row, 2 years in high school, he said to me straight up, "You can't sing, you can't dance. I friggin' love you though. You can do stage crew, right?" I wanted to do stage crew, but I was wrestling, and then I was just like, "Yeah, I'm going to be tired if I do both." So then I was going to do it the next year, and I ended up quitting the wrestling team halfway through because I had a health scare that ended up being nothing. So
Oh,
then senior year, I did stage crew. I did not wrestle, and I did stage crew, and I had a blast. I did it for the pajama game.
okay.
Yeah, most people
Um,
don't know that one. It's not the greatest.
no.
It's not the greatest play, but it was fun. I had fun doing it.
Yeah. Oh, cool. One thing I love about is I got really into puppetry when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's something you got into. Yeah, I had the, I had the hand puppets. You shove your hand up a puppet.
Hmm.
So Jello Company, I was such a nerd. Jello Company sold in the 60s a cardboard theater, and with puppets that you could get, but you had to send them an insane amount of empty Jello boxes. So my aunt, my grandparents, my uncles, everybody started, buying Jello so I could get that damn puppet theater. I did get it, and oh my goodness, I entertained in the neighborhood for years with a damn cardboard puppet theater, and then I got into the string puppets also, like in the film.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I still love that kind of stuff.
Did you guys have the Sid and Marty Croft shows in Canada?
The what?
The Sid and Marty Croft shows like HR Puffin Stuff and Banana Splits and all of that.
No, yeah, we had banana splits in French. Yes, we did. I love that. I was a bit older by then,
Yeah.
but we did have it. No, I think it goes like banana. Remember the song banana?
Yeah.
Na, 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 na. I
Yes.
can't sing, but yeah, yeah, that was my thing also.
Yeah. I did. I
I,
did.
I
Oh, go ahead.
I grew up in French TV, watching French TV because I grew up in Quebec City.
Hmm.
But we also had a lot of American TV shows sent to us translated in French. So
I bet when you saw the Muppets for the first time, you were like, "This is a whole new level of puppetry."
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. I was much older by then. I was like a tween.
Yeah.
But I used to watch it even then. I was like 12 years old. And I would watch it in English though, and I really, really liked it a lot.
Did you know?
Yeah.
Did you know that Jim Henson, when he was doing his, when he was starting out, he had to go to Canada to do shows. Like he had the Kermit the Frog Prince special that was shot in Canada, and then he broke through in the States when he got Bernie Brillstein to be his manager. He did Saturday Night Live with the Muppets, and then that led to the Muppets Tonight, and then that's when he took off. Because he only had
Oh, I didn't know that.
because he had done Sesame Street, but that wasn't his vision. Sesame Street was just, him a hired gun, really, and
Okay.
he kept up the hired gun, until his death with all the rest of his guys that he had, but that wasn't his vision. And then he stayed loyal to Canada. He did Fraggle Rock up in Canada and various other things. He loved Canada.
Well, it's a great country. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little biased, but do you remember, Tommy, the first TV crush you had as a kid?
That was a question I was going to ask you about crushes.
Oh, okay. I read your mind.
I don't remember the first, but I can give you several. I mean, Valerie Landsberg from Fame. She was probably the first Jewish girl I ever had a crush on.
Okay.
I just loved that role of Doris Schwartz. She could be tough when she's talking, but then her vulnerability comes out when she sings. And
Mm-hmm.
then Maureen Flanagan, who played Evie on Out of This World, the teenage space girl. I used to rush home from school all the time just to watch Out of This World, and I've been trying to get her on the show forever. Hopefully, I'll get her next year. But
Oh,
those are some of the early
those were the
TV.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine earliest one was Billy Mummy from Lost in Space. I knew you would laugh. Shut up.
His name came up earlier when I was talking to somebody. I was comparing a movie character to Bill Mummy on the Twilight Zone when he's letting all those bad things happen to people, to adults and stuff. Yeah.
I didn't see that. I wasn't allowed to watch Twilight Zone. My
Really?
parents said it was too scary. Yeah, yeah. But I could
Wow.
watch Washington. Lost in Space, though, I really loved Dr. Zachary Smith. He was my favorite character by far. I thought it was so funny. But I had a major crush on Billy Mummy. I think he's about my age, maybe a little bit older.
Right around
No?
there. Yeah, he's right
Yeah, right
around
around
there.
there. Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh. And little freckles and red hair. Oh
Yeah.
my God. But I love the show too. I was really, really, really into the show, you know.
Yeah.
And after that, I moved on to Star Trek. But then, as a teenager, as a
Hmm.
tween, then I got into serious, serious crushing with.
Hmm.
Take a guess. What would you think? Because you're
Leaf.
so knowledgeable about old TV show. What do you think I was crushing on?
Yeah,
American show.
I'm thinking of either David Cassidy or Leaf Garrett.
No, no, no. It was a David, but not them.
David Frost. No, I'm just kidding.
David McCallum.
Oh, from the Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Man from Uncle.
You know,
Oh
I
my
think you told me
God.
that. Yeah, I think you told me that once.
I was so obsessed with the TV show. And the only time I remember a consequence I received from my parents, I don't know what I did, but I
Hmm.
remember the punishment. They did not allow, I missed one episode of Friday night of Men from Uncle. I was about 11 years old. I was absolutely devastated. Yeah.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
had a major crush on David McCallum. Hmm.
Yeah, he did a short-lived Invisible Man series in the '70s that
Yes. Hmm.
Stephen Bochco produced it. I think that was
Yep.
his breakthrough as a producer. Yeah, that's so funny. But
It was a great. Did you watch the series? Did you ever saw the old series by any
the
chance?
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I watched it on TNT when I was 5. That's when TNT was first launched. They were showing the Man from
Oh,
U.N.C.L.E. They were showing all the like MGM shows, that they
it was
produced.
so. I loved it. I love the sense of humor, the snark, and the mod, the fashion. All that was so
Hmm.
60s cool. And those guys with their tie and suit, they were so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, Robert Vaughn. I heard he was an asshole.
I was. He looked like an asshole.
Yeah,
David
because
McCallum is supposed to be extremely nice, but yeah,
yeah,
everyone was supposed to be a dick.
Vaughn was like an Ivy League snob kind of a guy, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
oh God, the story I heard. My friend Terry, she was a bartender at some, I want to say, I think it was a fancy hotel or a country club in L.A. back in the late '90s, early 2000s, and she cut him off because he was just getting a little rowdy or whatever because he was drunk, right? And he literally took a glass of water and threw it in her face.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's insult. Yeah,
what a dick, huh?
that wouldn't fly nowadays. Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, I had I think my most vivid memories of birthday present because my birthday is a week before Christmas. Was getting for my birthday present, my parents gave me the poster of David McCallum in black and white, and then for Christmas I got the one of Robert Vaughn, and they're
Yeah.
both hanging in the basement. But the posters I really want to get talk about another crush was Romeo and Juliet,
Oh
the
yeah.
original movie, Zeffirelli. Yeah.
Yeah. What movie genre did you gravitate toward the most?
I wouldn't say genre. I mean, the only exposure I had to movies when I was a kid was what the nuns would show us. But
Hmm.
they were very ahead. They were really liberal. So, like we saw Romeo and Juliet, and think about it. There's a scene in there where they're naked, right?
Yeah.
You know, and to show us girls in the convent. I was 11 years old. That's pretty forward. That would not, I think, have happened in the United States. But when I became a teenager, I became very artsy fartsy, and I started every Saturday night. I would go to the local art house theater to see movies with my friends.
Hmm.
So I always like indie movies. Like I'm a huge fan of Harold and Maude. I remember seeing
Oh,
also MASH
that movie was
movies.
shot in
I'm
my
like
hometown, by the way,
oh yeah.
in San Mateo. Yeah.
Oh.
I could name all the places where it was shot. There was Redwood City, Mountain View, Crystal Springs. Yeah, that's my hometown. Crystal Springs is the rich area, of course. Kathy Garver from Family Affair actually lives there.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Very cool. So I would see all those Easy Rider, all those edgy indie movies from the 70s that were so wonderful. That's what I was really into. I didn't like to go to see. I remember I had a boyfriend then that was totally into James Bond. He dragged my ass to see James
Yeah.
Bond, and it's like, ugh, it's not my cup of tea. It never was.
Oh, so you're
Yeah,
not you're
I
not a
always liked.
you're not a Bond lover?
No, well, no, it's not my thing, And I love like a little bit later, like the Rocky Horror Picture, movie, and all those. Oh, I remember seeing at that same art house, the Night of Living Dead, the
Mm-hmm.
original
Of
one,
course.
in black and white, and we were so scared afterward, and seeing the old movie Psycho at the
Oh,
theater. It was great. It was a great exposure to wonderful filmmaking.
I
Whoever was you know choosing the program did a fabulous job.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Psycho. I actually rewatched it recently. Um, Years ago, I had the woman who doubled Janet Leigh in the shower. Her name was
Oh
Marley.
yeah.
Her name's Marley Renfro. She was in Playboy back then, and yeah, she was like her stunt belly button and everything
Oh my gosh.
everything that we see on screen in the close-ups. That was Marley Renfro and stuff. Um, yeah, she's like, does the conventions and signs and all that stuff because she's the last one left alive from that movie, you know.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, comedy and horror have always been my favorite genres. I love all genres, but those are like the two that I just love. They're the most fun. My parents showed me The Shining when I was a year old, because they love Jack Nicholson, but they don't like horror necessarily. And I went back and rewatched it when I was 7, and I wasn't scared of it anymore. I was actually laughing at how macabre the movie was, because when you're a year old and you hear Jack Nicholson go, "Here's Johnny," I mean, that is terrifying.
Oh, right. It's such a great movie. I remember seeing at the same art house of the Polanski movies.
Oh, yeah, Rosemary's
The old,
Baby.
uh, and this trilogy with the Tenant, Repulsion, and yeah, it's such
Peeping Tom.
great filmmaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the early horror stuff. Yeah,
I love that.
Herschel Gordon Lewis, he was making slasher movies in the 60s before anybody was. And I think the horror purists like me know who he is, but a lot of the mainstream horror people don't know who he was. He did this great movie, The Wizard of Gore, 1970, where this magician, he has he does the women saw in half demonstration, but he's literally sawing them in half. I mean, it's really demented and creepy.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember seeing. Oh, when I was at home, I was very young, and I was absolutely terrified. The Museum of Wax, the Wax Museum.
Oh, House of Wax with Vincent Price.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
it was so good. So I always love horror. I don't like horror porn at all,
Yeah.
but I like the old school horror. I like those Italian movies and those horror movies made in Italy in the 60s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of hokey a little bit, but
Giallo.
beautiful.
Yeah, the
Yes,
Giallo.
yes, that's correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. I love that. And the old Nosferatu. I haven't seen the new one yet.
Oh, I haven't either.
With Lily Deb, but I love the old one. So yeah. Well, I think we have a lot of the same taste.
Oh, we do. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Night of the Living Dead. I mean, I've interviewed several people from it, including Russ Striner last week. I had him on finally. I met him years ago at a convention. I finally got an interview with him and he was great. And there's all the game changer horror movies that you probably remember when they first came out, like The Exorcist and the Texas Chainsaw
Oh, of
Massacre.
course, of
Yeah,
course. Yeah.
because Night of the Living Dead was a hard act to follow for a few years. Like other
Yes.
people couldn't top it. Even George himself could not top it. And it wasn't until Exorcist and Texas Chainsaw Massacre and eventually Halloween where it's like, okay, it's set in stone. what the genres are, supernatural and slasher and zombie and whatever. And so now here's the templates, and now let's go, copy these movies,
Correct.
the major studios said.
Yeah, and by the time like you might like to know this a little. Yesterday, I went out to dinner. Friends, my neighbors or friend became friend with invited us to dinner, Claire and I, and
Uh-huh.
their house. They used their house to shoot the last Halloween movie.
Oh yeah, that's that's a
So that's
landmark.
pretty cool.
That's a landmark house. Yeah. Um,
But that's the latest one that was shot. Maybe three. One the last Halloween movie was shot 3 years ago.
something like
About
that.
3 years.
Yeah, about three
Yeah.
years.
So that's pretty cool. And they kept they kept all the wallpaper they put in the house. They kept they put a fake old door with, I mean, with stained glass windows. They
Mm-hmm.
kept it there. And then my friend dresses Michael Myers every year for Halloween. And when everybody in the neighborhood knows it's the house from Halloween, the movie. And the kids knock on the door and he comes out in full Mike Myers costume and he freak out every year when he see that. It's pretty funny, pretty cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
so
Y-
that was all my nerdy stuff from my childhood.
yeah.
Which I thought I had pretty good taste actually. Looking back at it, I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
proud of what I liked. It's those are iconic things, right?
Right.
I mean,
Very
come on, Lost in
iconic.
Space,
Do
right?
you,
Bambi, something, yeah.
do you remember?
So
Do you remember a movie called The Railrodder?
the what?
The
Rail?
Railrodder. It was called. It was Buster Keaton's last
No.
movie, and it was shot in Canada. Gerald Potterton, the king of Canadian animation, directed it. And I got to interview him before he died, and it's Buster Keaton was such an alcoholic for about 20 years he could not get arrested other than the beach party movies in LA, and he couldn't make a silent movie like he used to, right? So he had to go up to Canada to get this movie done, and yeah, most people don't remember it, because I think it didn't get a big release. It probably just crashed and burned when it came out. But yeah, it was shot in Canada.
Oh, I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, wow. Okay. I'll have to look into it. See it.
Going back to the crushes, but like, were there any like iconic movie stars that you crushed on?
Iconic movie stars. Johnny Depp.
Oh, yeah.
You know, let me tell you this about Johnny Depp. So I got signed by an agent. I was 20, I just turned 26 years old,
Uh huh.
and I did a showcase. And this age for Asians, I already was, I mean, I've been in the industry since I was 22 years old, but I was, actors always keep on taking acting classes to stay in shape. And we had a showcase, and this
Mm-hmm.
agent reached out to me and wanted to represent me. And I signed with them, and they represented Nicolas Cage at that time.
Yeah.
And we became friends. And I remember going out for Thai food with her. And it's where I remember the conversation. She said, "This is Guy Maria just signed up." And I went to like a year ago, and I went to the premiere of his film's first thing he did.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's really your type. And I think he would like you too because he has a thing for French girls. And I think I would like to set you up, on a lunch date with
Mm-hmm.
him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Oh well, how old is he?" And she said, "He's 21 years old." I said, "Oh God, no! No, that's way too young for me. No." And it was Johnny Depp.
Love it. Love it.
I didn't know at the time. He was just starting. He had just done the Nightmare on Elm Street, and that's the movie she had guns. There was this premiere. I had no idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's always been.
Yeah, today Robert Englund gets a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I doubt that Johnny Depp is there, though.
Yeah, yeah. I always thought he was a fantastic actor. Yeah, very. I would a lot of respect for his acting chops. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Were the,
that would be him. I had a crush on as a uh, other actor. Oh, I know I love also is Jeff Bridges.
oh, yes. He's great. I think he's a fantastic
I think he's
actor.
fabulous. He's people don't appreciate how great he is. I remember when I saw him in Starman. Did you see Starman?
Oh, of course. In fact, my great uncle was the
Uh,
cinematographer on the series.
what? But that was the movie, not the series. The movie
I know. I'm just saying though,
recently.
like I'm very familiar with the whole Starman
Oh,
universe.
okay, okay. Well, that's cool. I didn't know the. Oh, I thought you did a brilliant, brilliant acting performance, playing an alien. You know, the whole thing with his body, the physicality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He,
no, I love him as an actor. He's also supposed to be incredibly nice guy.
yeah.
My ex husband, Claire's dad, was an actor. He was in a series called Outlaws, and
Patrick.
he got
Yeah.
a yeah, he got a PR person. I remember meeting his PR agent, and the PR agent used to be the nanny for Jeff Bridges, and told me he was one of the nicest person in Hollywood.
I have to
Yeah.
say, Jeff Bridges, I think he gets a lot more respect than your average Nepo baby in Hollywood because
Oh, absolutely.
so many
Yeah.
Nepo babies get a lot of attack from people. And I mean, Lloyd Bridges, everyone knows him from the silly comedies like Airplane and
Yes.
Hot Shots, but he
Yeah.
also had
Yeah.
Sea Hunt. But he was a good
Yeah.
actor, but he wasn't like an Academy Award winning type of actor. So I
Like
think,
his son was great. Yeah.
yeah,
What's like Jane Fonda? She was like, when you think about it, the Fondas would be the
she
original Nepo
she
babies, but
she
Jane is a brilliant actress.
she
You know.
does get
Yeah.
respect, but also she gets a lot of criticism because of her politics and sitting
Yeah.
on the bomb Hanoi Jane, and all that,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know. But yeah, Jeff Bridges, I mean, he's like a miracle. That guy, I mean, he's just a national treasure.
Oh my God, he's such a gift as an actor. I mean, that's an actor. Him and yeah, I would have loved to act with. He's some actors are very selfish the way they act.
Yeah,
It's all about them and their close up and their moment on screen. And
yeah,
other actors raise your performance because they give you so much to work.
hmm
And I'm feeling, yeah, Johnny Depp and Jeff Bridges are those kind of actors that you really that team spirit, you know.
yeah, absolutely.
Um, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of others, of course, um, but those are definitely, um, yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I loved Cary Grant. My mom had a paperback book with all these beautiful black and white pictures of him, and he was like the first guy I had a crush on.
Oh,
Um,
Cary Grant. Well, you know what? I think. Well, okay. So my partner's name is Mike,
hmm
and his father was Stanley Kubrick, one of Stanley Kubrick film editor. He worked on Spartacus, and he was
hmm
supposed to edit Lolita. Unfortunately, he became extremely ill, and he passed away. But they were going to move to England to work on Lolita.
hmm
So through his connection to with Stanley Kubrick, uh, he, he, he got to know Cary Grant.
Yeah.
And Cary Grant invited Mike's dad and Mike's mom to, those special seats for the stars to a baseball game. And Mike's mother kept telling me, and Mike's mother was a beautiful woman. She said, "You never looked at me once. It was all about my husband." He was totally into, obviously, interacting with my husband. So it's like, I think it was kind of, you know,
Yeah.
it was very, very talented and gorgeous man. But there's always a rumor that he was
He was
bisexual.
he was by he was roommates with Randolph Scott, the cowboy, and they had an affair while they were living together.
Okay, it's I think his daughter denies it,
Yeah. Of course they
but the
do.
vibes, yeah, but the vibes that Mike's mother got from the interaction was like, no, he was not into women only.
Yeah.
So
I've
yeah,
I've interviewed so many children of icons, and they just I get it. They want to just preserve the person's
of
work and
course,
stuff, but they want to revise their history of what the kind of person they were in real life,
yes,
and it gets really
yes.
irritating sometimes.
I
Yeah,
know. You gotta be objective. It's hard to be objective when it's your pens, but sometimes you gotta do it. Yeah.
yeah. It's not easy being the relative of an icon. I mean, so many
No,
people,
I'm sure.
some they don't have their own identity. So many people want something from them. It's really sad. It really is.
And people compare. The worst is with the children growing up like that. That they get constantly compared to their parents.
hmm
How can you be compare and compete against an icon? right?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why I think so many of them end up having serious substance abuse problem, mental health issues, because it's from the time they're born. It's oof, yeah.
I had Lucy and Desi's daughter on this summer. Yeah,
Okay.
Lucy Arnaz, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah,
she gets asked questions every interview about her parents, and that will
yeah.
always happen, and she knows that will always happen, right? And I don't know. I mean, she has said they were great parents, and she had a great childhood and stuff. But I could just see the how annoyed she is that she's still talking about them
Yeah,
all these years because
yeah.
she's a
Of
cabaret
course.
singer. She does Broadway and all of that stuff, and she's not a household name like her parents.
Yeah,
I could
yeah,
see the irritation there. But it was a fantastic interview. And it was just one of the greatest honors of my life, I have to say.
yeah. Ugh.
You know, were there any
Yeah, it's
movie
a burden.
were there any movie characters that you could relate to that were like role models for your life?
Hmm. That's a good question. I wish I would have known ahead. I would put some thought into it. Oh,
Because I'll tell you
God.
mine.
You know what? You're gonna laugh because think it's funny, but I've always been sort of a feisty inside of me. Part of me, I'm sort of anti-establishment,
Hmm.
and I think I love the character of Jack Nicholson in Cuckoo's Nest. That's the one I would pick.
Yes, that's my one of my favorite movies of all time. I
Yep,
love it.
me too. And the book is fabulous. Yeah, that's fighting the system, how
Hmm.
fucked up it is,
Hmm.
and and sticking up to the man. And funny enough, as you know, years later, I work in mental health with abused kids, and
Hmm.
you know what I mean. And we talk about how fucked up the foster care is, and I was always the one pointing out, to my supervisors how fucked up it is, and
Yeah.
how.
Yeah.
And of course, I was loved by the kids, but the administration hated me.
Oh yeah.
And I think maybe there was already the seed was planted when I watched Cuckoo's Nest. I'm like, yeah, yeah. So yeah, Cuckoo's Nest is character. Yeah, that would be the one.
Ken Kesey, God, he was an asshole, much like McMurphy himself, and he was like a real acid head and stuff. I've actually met people who did acid with him, and when he came up with the story of One Flew the Cuckoo's Nest, he was trying to do his version of the Cabinet of Dr. Kilgary. That was the plan.
Really?
Yes,
Well, it's sort of horrific of a story. Yeah.
but when it came down to making the movie, Nicholson, Saul Zaentz, Michael Douglas, they had no interest in doing the Cabinet of Dr. Kilgary. They wanted this to be the next Cool Hand Luke or one of them, buddy movies, in a in prison institution thing, And I mean, that's what the movie is, but it's still a great movie, and it still tells the story
Oh, it's
that Kesey was
wonderful.
trying to tell because he was trying to talk
Yeah,
about how fucked up the system was.
it still is. Yep, yep. And the other character, the female character that really influenced me is Maud in the Harold and Maude. I was very
Hmm.
young when I saw the film. I was like 13 years old.
Hmm.
But and I don't have any 18, 19-year-old boy toy,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but her zest for life and the way she looked at things as an elderly, woman, and how vivacious a character was, and finding beauty in things. It was such an inspiration for me, and it still is.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
I gotta tell you, I love Lolita, right? And when I started painting my toenails, the template for that was James Mason painting her toenails. And
oh, really?
yes, and I had James Mason's grandson on here, and I told him that, and he's out gay, completely gay. He absolutely loved that.
Well, the place where I'm now, you
Hmm.
belong here. I keep thinking about
Oh boy.
Tommy belongs here. You belong. You have to try to come and visit and stay with us. You're gonna go nuts for this
I, I
place.
would definitely
It's you.
visit. Yes.
It's you all over. The people are so quirky and smart and eccentric, and the town is so LGBTQ. It's
Hmm.
way more than LA. It's like, oh my God, it's fabulous.
Yeah, because
It's full of artists.
it's not all about them.
No, and it's very, very gothic, like because of Savannah is one of
Hmm.
the city with the most ghost haunted. It's very haunted, and all the old houses and the trees with the Spanish moss dangling from the branches, and oh, it's just fantastic. And
I
you
love
really
that.
need to come and see us. You got an open invitation.
I love that. I definitely would come visit at some point. Um, yeah, so the movie characters I can relate to are like Peter Sellers and being there because like him,
Oh, I love that. Yes,
because like
yes.
him, I can influence people just by saying the simplest things, you know.
Uh huh.
And James Spader in Sex Lies and Videotape because he's a voyeur, I'm a
Yes.
voyeur.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
It's a great movie.
yeah. Did you guys have drive-ins in Canada?
I think there was one somewhere in the outskirts of Quebec, but I've never been to one in Quebec. My first drive-in was here
Okay,
in the United States. Yeah, yeah.
because
So I didn't get to experience that.
my parents was taking me to drive-in when I was 2. Um, they when I was 3 and a half, they stopped taking me for a few years because I was either falling asleep in the back seat or I was getting out of the car and knocking on windshields.
Uh, what I need? Let me ask you: are there any women, female character, where the big like with me, there was a male. Jack Nicholson influenced me tremendously in that character and Cuckoo's Nest. What about you? Was there any female character that had a big impact on you?
Well, I've always loved strong female characters in movies. Um, Kelly Maroney and Catherine Mary Stewart in Night of the Comet was definitely
I didn't see that.
two of them. Yeah, and I've become friends with them over the years and stuff.
Okay.
I have both of their signed headshots on my desk right now from the movie. And let's see, there was that, and oh, there's something else I'm blanking on right now. But I've always gravitated towards strong women in movies. I get so mad
That's
when I
great.
get so mad when people say, "Oh, there was no women playing leads in movies back
No,
then." No,
no, they
there
used to.
was,
Oh, bullshit.
there
Especially like in
was.
the 30s and 40s, the
Oh
women
yeah,
were so strong and sexy too. That's the
exactly.
thing.
Yeah,
What pisses me off is later on, if you're strong, you're butch looking or nerdy looking, and if you were sexy, you were dumb. I
yeah,
mean, in movies,
yes.
like in the 80s. But in the old movies, the old rom coms from the 30s and 40s, they were fabulous. Yeah.
Yeah, there was Claudette Colbert, Myrna
Oh
Loy, Barbara
yeah.
Stanwyck,
Yes.
even Frances Farmer. I mean, God, there was a lot of them. And in the
Oh,
silent era, there were female
Lorraine
directors.
Bacall. I love Lorraine
Lauren
Bacall.
Bacall. I love The Big Sleep and all those Bogart movies she
Uh-huh.
did. Yeah, those are classics.
Ca- yeah, Catherine Hepburn. I mean, there's so many. Oh my God.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
So going back to TV, what sitcoms did you watch?
Sitcoms. Well,
Hmm.
when I was living in Quebec, there was I wouldn't tell you anything, but there was a Quebec sitcom called Moi et l'autre, which
Hmm.
would be me and the others, about two single women in the 60s,
Hmm.
living in an apartment and just stuff happening to them. It was a bit like Three's Company in the sense of that kind of a farce, very physical comedy, bedroom farce.
Hmm.
Um,
I love Three's Company.
Three's Company, no, because by the time I got to act on it,
Hmm.
I'm not even sure it was playing in Quebec yet.
Huh.
Yeah. So when I got to be on it, I wasn't even aware how big of a deal it was. Yeah. I had
Yeah.
to fly off the boat, basically fly off the boat or land from whatever, land from, get off the plane. But yeah,
Do you remember?
so yeah, the comedy I watched in
Mhm.
Quebec was a French Canadian TV show, so you wouldn't know anything about that. Yeah,
Do you remember a sketch comedy show in Canada that was popular in the late 70s called Bizarre?
bizarre?
Yeah.
No, no, because all I watched was French TV. Oh no, but you know what? No, no, no. Hold on. When I was in junior college in Quebec, we had to watch English TV for our English speaking classes, and I used to love the Carol Burnett show.
Oh yeah, I love Carol Burnett.
Oh my God, brilliant! I was actually Claudia didn't know about Carol Burnett, so I showed her and introduced her with the sketch from Gone with the Wind and the
Yeah.
curtain scene. You know where she wears the. Oh my goodness,
Mm-hmm.
it's brilliant. I really love Carol Burnett, and that was we were also in the classroom. We would watch Happy Days
Oh,
in English.
huge Happy Days fan. Yeah, I got
Oh,
to
and All in the Family,
all the
all in the
family.
family. Yes, but that was a little bit. It was a little hard for me to understand the humor because you have to really master a foreign language to get the jokes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So at first it was, but I definitely loved the acting, and later on, of course, when I came here, I couldn't. It was bilingual, so I could understand. But all the family, they wouldn't have shows like that nowadays. You know,
yeah.
that wouldn't fly.
No, I mean they tried it
No,
on
it would get
Netflix.
canceled.
Yeah, I mean they've tried to do these Norman Lear shows again on Netflix, but I've heard they weren't that great. I didn't even watch them. I thought they were going to be so terrible, and it turns out I was right.
Yeah.
You know, but bizarre. I mean, it was on Showtime. It was a raunchy sketch comedy show that had naked tits on it, and it had every actor in Canada was on it. Saul Rubinek was on there before anybody knew who he was. The Dale sisters, Jennifer and Cynthia Dale, was on there. Um, Mary Beth Rubins, who played Jimmy Lee Curtis's friend in Prom Night, I've interviewed her. She was on there.
Really?
She's
No, I never heard of that show.
John Biner was the
Oh,
host. You know, he was that celebrity impersonator out here in the States. I interviewed him a few years ago too. And he was the host, and he that guy, he's so funny, and he's got such a dirty mind. He did this one routine with Mary Beth where they're taking off layers and layers of t-shirts, right? And then, the last t-shirt she takes off, you see her tits, and then the sketch is over.
wait, what year was that?
It was like from 78 or 9 to like
Okay,
81 or something. Yeah.
okay. I was going to USC then. I was here in the
Y-
States, so that's why I don't know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like 79, 81, something like that. Um,
yeah.
Now, you mentioned Star Trek before. Do you remember the Star Trek ripoff in Canada called The Star Lost?
No, never heard of it.
Every time I talk to a Canadian, they don't know this show. So, Coeur d'Alene from 2001: A Space Odyssey, he couldn't get arrested in the States for a while after that movie because he was being typecast. So, he went up to Canada for a lot of years and he did this Star Trek ripoff called The Star Lost that lasted like a season. And it's on YouTube. But that's how I discovered it. I was like, wow, I did not know the show existed.
No, no, I never saw it. Can you find it on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah. They have full length episodes.
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
actually in later years become a big fan of the old Star Trek series because when I was growing up I loved the Next Generation, but the old ones I have many episodes on VHS, because I'm a big VHS collector, and all of my guests like their particular episodes I have on VHS and stuff. Barbara Luna, she was like her and Nichelle Nichols were like the first two women to get away with showing their belly buttons on TV on Star Trek.
What? Wow.
Yeah, and I met Barbara back in June at the Hollywood show, and she let me touch her belly button during our selfie.
That's funny.
Yeah, she like put her hand like right there on her stomach, and she's like,
Uh-huh,
"Here, Tommy,
uh-huh.
bless my belly button." You know,
Oh,
it was great. The smile on
oh
my face
God.
says it all.
I'm sure it did. You
Yeah,
dirty man, you.
yeah.
Ah.
Did they have a lot of like cop shows from the U.S. playing in Canada?
Oh yeah. Oh
Uh,
God. Yeah. Yeah, he did.
like Barnaby
Uh,
Jones.
yes, but I remember watching Mannix.
Yeah, Mannix.
There was a show called
Mike
Mannix.
Connors.
Yeah, and then The Fugitive. I love The Fugitive.
Yep. David
And
Jansen.
then for comedy, I love also the one of how was it? Was it Mannix? Wait, no, the one with the suitcase, the comedy show with the suit. Yeah, the suitcase.
Oh, Get Smart.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
Get Smart. I love Get Smart,
me
and I
too.
love the British show, The Avengers.
Yep, the Avengers. There was the Baron with Steve Forrest. Do you remember that one?
No, I don't know that one.
That
The
was
Avengers I would watch with my grandma. My grandma was really into it.
that was a British series. It was produced by the same
Yeah,
people who did the Avengers, and they also did Danger Man with Patrick McGowan and The Prisoner, and
I
those.
didn't see that. Oh, dear. Okay, talking about puppets
Hmm.
and British. Do you
Hmm.
remember those series of puppet shows they had? Well, then again, you're way younger than me, but the team from South Park did a movie using the same kind of puppets. You don't see the strings, but they're puppets.
Oh, you talk about Spitting Image?
No, they were puppets from the 60s in
Hmm.
England, and the
Oh,
technology was amazing, and it was all futuristic.
well, Spitting
And
Image in the
they
'80s was they were like political puppets. They were like Margaret Thatcher and Reagan.
no, not that. No, those are
Yeah,
puppets. They're pretty. They're pretty looking puppets, and they had usually one woman puppet, and we're all guys, and they were flying rockets, that
yeah.
kind of saving the Earth.
Hmm.
It doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, wait a second. You and I had this conversation before, and I did look them up, but I forgot
Yeah.
who they were. But yes, I know. I could see it in my head. I just don't remember the name.
Okay, I'll have to send you the link. I found it and I showed it to kids I worked with last
Hmm.
year, and they went nuts for it. Yeah, it was so cool, and that was in the 60s. But it
Huh.
was the technology, considering there was no, special effects were rudimentary then, is pretty amazing. Yeah,
Let's
and it
talk
was all from a London studio.
London Studios. Yeah. Let's talk about music. Do you remember the first album you ever bought or was given to you?
Yeah, it was at the Beatles, the 45th, the little tiny record from the Beatles called "Come Together."
Uh huh.
The song "Come
Yeah, it
Together."
was like Abbey Road.
Yes, and I really see. I was not exposed to cool music. I mean, yes, I was,
Hmm.
but if my father, before I was born, was the first oboe in the Quebec Symphony Orchestra. So
Mm-hmm.
the only thing I was exposed to growing up was classic. That's all Beethoven, Bach. My mom hated Bach because she said it sounded like a house. We're in a funeral parlor. She thought it was too morbid. But that's all my father played.
Yeah.
So I really discovered music. I was older. I was like a tween, but after that, I remember getting a Elton John
Yep.
album
Love Elton.
for Christmas. Uh, and I remember getting Deep Purple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, King Crimson. Oh my God.
Oh, that
First
first
album.
album, yeah, with
I
21st Century
saw them.
Schizoid, yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love it. So I saw them in concert. I was 12 years old in the basement of my university in Quebec, where I went
Wow.
to school later on. And I
Hmm.
told that to friends here to say, no way, no way. So I got online, and sure enough, in October that year, they performed in the basement. They were just starting. Nobody knew they were.
Yeah.
In my and this guy that was a friend of mine. I was only 12. Wanted to go, and our parents dropped us off, and I saw that there. Isn't that
Wow.
amazing?
Yeah. I know back then, bands that were unknown were playing in universities and really
Yes.
shithole
Yes.
places, and so many
Yup.
people got to see them before they broke big.
I know. I know. And then I discovered Pink Floyd, and I'm still obsessed with Pink Floyd.
I
I,
love
I
them.
am total Pink Floyd. Yeah.
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 Did
My
you,
brain I get high from just listening to Pink Floyd. My mind just go,
I
yeah.
talked about this yesterday, but you know that if you play the whole Dark Side of the Moon album and watch the first half of the Wizard of
Yes.
Oz, they're like
Yes, I did.
coalitioned. Yeah,
Isn't it amazing? I
yeah.
know I did it. I tried it. Yeah. Yep. It's amazing how it matches perfectly. Yeah, I was really really into their music, big time.
When I tried it, I was getting shivers down my spine. Like God, this
Oh,
is
it's
like
amazing.
spot on. Yeah, I did that like 20
And
years ago. Yeah,
the first Pink Floyd album I got, I think, was Metal. I think.
metal. Yeah,
Yeah, that was the first one.
I think Echoes is on
And
there.
yeah, Correct.
Did you see the concert movie they did back then, Live at Pompeii?
Yes,
My
yeah,
my
yeah.
dad
Oh
saw
my
that at the
God.
drive-in when he was 15.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah,
Yeah, and I was
1972.
also into. I was kind of more, a little more alternative. Kim Crimson is considered kind of alternative a little bit.
Yeah,
Do you remember? Are you familiar with a group called Jethro Tull?
of course, I love
British.
Jethro Tull. Yeah,
I loved. I saw them in concert. Also, my my a friend of mine back in the days when we were very young, his father worked for City Hall, and as a result, he got tickets for all the shows, all the bands that came to see to Quebec and play in the big forum there. So
right.
I got to see for free all those fabulous bands.
Wow,
I was very fortunate. Yeah,
wow.
for a small town girl. Yep.
I love progressive rock
But
too. I love
yeah.
Genesis.
Oh, yeah, saw them in concert too. Yeah, I always gravitate toward more British music in general than American
Yeah,
music. Yeah,
yeah.
Led Zeppelin. I love Led Zeppelin.
Huge Led
Um,
Zeppelin fan. A
yeah.
documentary just came out. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to.
Oh, yeah, I want to see that.
I think it's
Yeah, we
on.
have a lot of very similar taste.
Oh yeah, I think it's on Netflix or something. But I'll check it out. So like
Okay.
So was King Crimson the first concert you ever went to?
Yep, sure was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw the Monkees when I was 14. They played before a Giants game, a baseball game at Candlestick Park. There was only three of them, because Michael Nesmith went through periods where he wasn't in the band. And they did their set, and then they drove off the field in a Cadillac.
Oh, and you were what, 15 when you saw them?
14. I had just turned
Oh,
14 a couple weeks before, and that
oh,
weekend was my uncle's birthday, so it was like a double birthday kind of a celebration.
oh, that's awesome.
Me, my dad, my uncle were just the boys.
Uh-huh.
My mom was out of the house. They were divorced by that at that point. And so yeah, we were just doing some male bonding that night.
Oh, that's really cool. Those are nice memories. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
fabulous memories of being a teenager. I know, especially in the media and films, teenage years are portrayed, the characters portrayed as having struggling with depression, being full of
Hmm.
angst. But actually, I have really, really terrific memories of being a teenager. Yeah.
Do you remember your first makeout song?
Yes, Cat Stevens,
The-
T for the Tillerman. We would put that at parties and slow dance the entire album. Do you know Cat Stevens music?
a little bit, not too much.
Okay,
Like I
you see
know
the soundtrack for Harold and Maude, but T for the Tillerman, it's amazing. It's beautiful, and it was really, it had a huge following in
it's
Quebec,
a
and we would,
wide world. Yeah,
yep, yep. We
yeah.
would totally make out on that song.
Yeah, and what's the one that Rod Stewart turned into a big hit? Is it the first cut is the deepest?
I was never a Rod Stewart fan,
My mom
so
loves Rod Stewart. So does my dad. They had all his vinyl records when I was a kid.
and I think in terms of having beyond me and having sex, I think Pink Floyd is the I love Pink Floyd
Yeah, my first makeout
because
song was Janet Jackson's "Love Will Never Do Without You," and
okay.
that led to my first finger bang, which I've told you about before, and
Yeah.
that was
Do
the
you remember?
song. Yeah, go
Do you
ahead.
remember the first time you were kissed?
Oh my God, I'm trying to
Your
remember.
first kiss,
Oh,
like
it
French
was.
kiss,
Oh, it
not
was.
a peck. French kiss
Oh, it was that day. Yeah, that girl.
was the same day. You moved fast.
Yeah, I was 12. She was 13.
Oh, I was older. I was 15. It was New Year's Day.
New Year's Day. Yeah, mine was like
New Year's night. Yeah. Yep.
Mine was
Midnight.
like midsummer.
Okay.
I had just discovered masturbation like a month before.
Okay.
Yeah,
It all happened at the same time, huh?
yeah, 12. Here's a fun question. Do you remember when you first discovered your belly button?
My belly button?
Mm-hmm.
No. I mean, discover. I don't have any moment. I mean, it was always there. I don't know. I have absolutely no recollection of
Uh,
discovering my belly button. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Have you ever dated a guy that had an Audi?
No.
Okay, when I was 26, I went on a date with this girl I met on a dating website, and I don't know why we were talking about belly buttons during our conversation, but she's told me that if I had a doorknob Audi, it would be a deal breaker. So I lifted up my shirt and showed her what I had, and she got a sigh of relief. And yet she didn't want to see me again after that because she didn't feel a spark between us.
Okay. Well, that happens. I'm
Yeah,
sure you've had the same experience the other way around. You didn't. Yeah.
a little bit here and there.
Chemistry is so. Yeah. Chemistry is you can define chemistry. It's either there or you cannot force it. It's either there or not. Doesn't mean
Hmm.
the relationship will going to last, but initially it's very odd the way it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a hard part of acting is you can't even if you're a great actor, you can't fake chemistry.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
sometimes
And the
actors
audience pick on it.
don't gel together, and sometimes actors
No,
get
no, I
replaced.
know.
I
And that's
heard
some what's
I heard that Michael J. Fox
no.
met Eric Stoltz recently for the first time, and
Wow,
it was
really?
awkward. Yeah, because he replaced him in Back to the
Yes.
Future. Yeah,
Eric was in my acting. We're in the same acting class together. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, because he already has to start shooting the film. That's heartbreaking for an actor.
yeah, yeah. And I think he
But
had hmm,
they did a good choice. And Michael Fox did a fabulous job.
he was the
And they're
perfect
both terrific
choice.
actors. Yeah,
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 because Eric Stoltz had just done Mask, where you
yeah.
really
He was great in it.
even my dad thought he was really that kid. He really that was his real face. He was like,
Oh yeah,
wow,
yeah.
he couldn't believe it.
Amazing.
Yeah. Especially I've seen a picture of the real guy, and yeah, he looked exactly like that.
Yeah. But with chemistry, sometimes you hear about couples and you think they have a fantastic chemistry, and you find they hate each other's guts
Oh
in real.
yeah,
And then you have couples who were cast, they were already in love with each other. They were married
of
or a couple, and their chemistry is like flat. Nothing is happening.
course, of course.
It's very strange.
It's really really strange. So October is not only Halloween; it's also Menopause Awareness Month. And I was curious, Marie, how has menopause been for you?
Oh, it was a piece of cake for me. I had
Really?
absolutely no. Yeah, I know. I've heard about how terrible it was and this and that. I know I hit menopause years ago, and I mean I would get hot flashes, but I kind of liked it because I'm always cold. I've always been someone that's cold all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was getting those hot flashes, I thought it was comical, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was just entering menopause when I met online on Match.com my current partner,
Yeah.
and so it was actually I have a very fond memory of menopause. I love not having periods anymore because I freaking hated it.
Of course.
I thought that was a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have any side effects from menopause. I didn't gain weight or I didn't feel suddenly, oh my God, I'm this old lady suddenly.
Yeah.
I was very, very blessed. It was, yeah, uneventful basically. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because I have
Everybody's different. It's like pregnancy, birth, all that kind of stuff. Everybody's different.
yeah
Um,
I have this joke. What are the two best days of a woman's life? The day her first child is born, and the last day of her period.
it
Because it's true, right?
is so true. Oh my God, I hate having a period. I had, PMSing and then feeling nauseous, and it's just, oh God, can we get over that nightmare period?
Yeah.
So no, I was like, yeah, finally it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's pretty interesting. Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago, Clara posted a picture of her belly button on Facebook saying that she was on her period, and it was like beet red. Like, is that a symptom that happens when you're on your period?
No, I don't remember her posting that. You sure?
Yeah, I swear to God, her belly button was like beet red, and she's like, "This is what my period looks like," or something.
I don't know. It's not. There's no relation between it. I don't remember her posting a picture, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, huh?
Yeah.
No, I never. she could be like unrelated, like skin irritation or something, but no, it's not supposed to do that.
Oh,
No, not
okay.
that I know of. Yeah.
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, God, we got enough to deal with when we have our period, you know?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So real quick, let's talk about the aftermath, of the house fire and everything, and the move to Georgia. When the fire spread over to Altadena, I was in shock and just fearful of something happening to you too. I mean, just God, I was a whirlwind of emotions when that happened. Like, how quickly did the fire spread?
Oh, it was very quick. Claude and I worked together. We were teaching theater, French theater to children, and we clocked out at 6 o'clock. And from the balcony of the school we worked at in Altadena, we saw way out there the hills glowing. But we've had so many fires way up in the hills over the years. Every year we get the, oh, you might want to evacuate, thing of packing your favorite stuff, blah blah blah. And then we went home, and the which was 2 minutes away. And then the Southern California Edison, I cut off the electricity all over the place. So we have no electricity whatsoever. So Mike, my partner, said, well, we need to eat dinner. So we drove down the street to have pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And we were gone for like maybe 50 minutes. And by the time we came back, there was like, oh my God, the fire was so freaking close. We could see it in the neighborhood, up in the neighborhood. And we got a notification around 8:30 at night that we might want to get ready to evacuate. Didn't say evacuate, it say think of evacuating,
Right.
getting ready. And then we gather all the animals. I had at the time 9 dogs because I was fostering,
Yeah.
1 rat and a cat, and there was no light in the house whatsoever. And I had to gather all the critters. uh, it was very difficult, especially with
Scared.
the cat. We almost did not get the cat out. We got to the point at 1 o'clock in the morning, we still weren't able to catch the cat
God.
in the pitch. We only had a couple votive candles to use in our iPhone light.
Mm-hmm.
And we finally were able to catch him by dumping a bucket of water on him, on the cat. He freaked out and jumped in the bag, and we got the bag. Uh, by the time we got out, we could see the car parked in front of the house. Embers are flying all over the place, landed on our face, scars for weeks from the embers on our skin.
God.
The fire was across the street.
God.
And even that, it fucks around with your mind so much. We were in full denial. I mean, we grabbed our passport and that's it. Uh, the clothes on our back and the animals. And we got out.
Have you had your lungs
That,
checked?
that's, it's,
Mm-hmm.
pardon?
Have you had your lungs checked?
Mike, unfortunately, no, I'm fine. Mike is not. He's not in Georgia with me yet. He's still getting medical treatment in California. He failed like 3 or 4 times now. I had to take him to the emergency in the middle of the night. He couldn't breathe anymore.
God.
So since the fire, so they think he has POCD. He failed his last test. He's getting one more test
God.
in a couple of weeks to see if he has POCD. So that's really fucked up. We've all been diagnosed with uh, postpartum PTSD. I've been
Yeah.
also diagnosed with major depressive disorder, and most of the people in Altadena have.
God.
I'm sure if you heard, most of us now in lawsuit against Southern California. This is a mass tort. So is the
Yeah.
county
Yeah.
because they're responsible for the fire. It's been absolutely. I try to move to do as much as I can to go through the day, but the mornings are very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we have to go to list an inventory of all the stuff that you've had at burned to get reimbursed by the insurance company. It's really heartbreaking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you can say, like, what the hell? I can't just buy a new pair of jeans from Target. But all the letters my father ever wrote to me is gone. All the letters Mike's dad wrote to me when he was a little boy.
God.
He had Stanley Kubrick letters written to his dad.
God.
All that kind of really special stuff. Pictures of my family. I don't have anything. I'm an only child, so I don't have pictures of my parents. It's really, really fucked up.
God, I want to hug you so badly right now. I'm
And
so
then I
sorry.
realized I didn't have enough money to rebuild. I was very, very, very. I was missing a huge amount of money to rebuild. my house because they're gouging prices like crazy. So when I got my homeowner insurance, I was quoted around $340 a square foot to rebuild if something happened. Now it's between $500 and $800 minimum to rebuild a house. I don't have that
God.
money. So I got online. I asked AI. I had a list of things I was looking for to in the city, and I asked AI, "This is what I'm looking for. What do you suggest?" It said Savannah, and I looked for houses for sale, and I flew there in end of March and fell in love with this beautiful Victorian, and now I'm here. Yeah.
God, I just want to hug you right now. That's
So
so
and
sad. Yeah, I asked about the
and
lungs because I have a permanent lung infection because of the fires we had up in Reading that I breathed in, from a
uh
distance and stuff. I have to have cough drops at least once a day and cough up green shit, and then I'm okay until
uh
the next day. It's really fucked up.
yeah. Mike is on medication. He has a pump now. He's a mess. Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah,
he was exposed longer to the fire than me because he kept during when we're figure out should we evacuate, should we not evacuate. He got in a car and drove up the street to see how close the fire was because we're trying to catch the cat. You see,
yeah.
so he was exposed to more smoke than me. But it was all over by the time when we got on. And the next morning, the house was still burning. Yeah, the entire street, but one house survived. It's all gone.
God,
I'm sure you saw pictures on my Facebook
I
page.
did.
It looked like a war zone.
Yeah, Billy Crystal lost his home in Palisades after 45 years. God, it
Ugh.
was just fuck. God, that's just so upsetting. But
Ugh.
you're in Georgia now. You love it. I mean, you sound very happy overall.
I
And
miss Altadena a lot. I do. I miss my friends there, but the people here have been amazing. The town is absolutely gorgeous. So in that way, I'm counting my blessing, but I'm still hurting a lot. So is Clara. It's hard. It's hard.
mhm,
It's It'll take time to heal. Yeah.
it will. So is the uncanny journey finally over?
Oh my God. The uncanny. So everybody told us you need to put your dailies in a safe place. Put in the bank vault.
Yeah.
Those are five proofs. So we did. I walked to Bank of America down the street and put the uncanny dailies, all the rough files, in the bank vault. And guess what happened? Bank of America burned down.
God. God.
So in March, I flew back to Los Angeles because they retrieved all the content from the bank and moved all of it in a different bank. And I had to open up the drawer and I retrieved the files. But so far, we can only read two out of all the files we have. It's unreadable. So we are going to take it to a specialist
Mm-hmm.
to see if they can retrieve the rest. If not, it's a loss. We have a finished film. I was working on trying to get distribute. We had a couple of distribution companies that offer me contracts before the fire, but I turned them down.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to try to focus on that soon. See if we can retrieve the footage. I mean, we have a finished product, but we cannot make right now. We cannot make any changes to it at all. We only have the copy that was in film festivals. And
God.
we would like to add maybe something else to the ending. Um, I don't want to say what it is online on your podcast, but I'll tell you in private
Okay.
what it is. It's very creepy. We might be able to get footage for that. It's up in the air, but I'll tell you in private.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I want to put it out there online. But it's when they say don't shoot horror movies, it's
Yeah.
bad bad luck.
Yeah. You think so?
Well, so far since we filmed the Uncanny, a few months after we wrapped the Uncanny, our DP breast cancer came back.
Oh.
A year afterward, when we were flying back from London with our awards for the film festival, I got notification that my composer had just passed away
Mm-hmm.
from cancer. And 5 months before the fire, one of my closest friend who was our technical advisor on the film, because he was a terrific therapist. I wanted a therapist to give me notes on the script.
Mm-hmm.
Got killed in a double hit and run,
God.
and then the
Hmm.
house burned down.
God. It's
So that's
awful.
a lot of really bad stuff connected to the film. You know what I
God.
mean? I know it's
Yeah.
just coincidences, but it makes you scratch your head and wonder.
Yeah. God, that's awful. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah.
But what are your Halloween plans tonight?
I don't have any.
Mm-hmm.
Kids don't come in the neighborhood. There's no kids on the street, so kids don't come in the neighborhood. So I'll be probably driving around because the houses here are amazing old houses,
Mm-hmm.
and they go all the way with decor, so it should look really. It's very beautiful, especially with the trees.
Yeah.
The streets are lined with trees. They touch each other, and they have all that Spanish moss dangling. Looks like a Disney ride. So
Nice.
that's very cool.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch
What
horror.
about you?
Just gonna watch
What are
horror
you doing tonight?
horror movies and eat some
Okay.
candy. I
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm sure I'll do that too when I get home. I'll be stuffing my face with candies, with Reese's Pieces, and watch a few horror movies. Yeah.
yeah, because I stopped dressing up 10 years ago. It's just too expensive, and I don't go to the bars anymore, so don't really need to, and
Yeah.
I don't get invited to parties, so yeah.
No, we
But
don't drink either. So,
that's
um,
good. I I have a couple
so
jokes for you.
okay. Are they naughty? I don't
Of
have any for
course.
you. So I'll enjoy your jokes. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. You know why tofu is like a dildo?
Oh my God. No. Don't want to hear it.
They they are meat substitutes.
Oh God. Actually, it is very cute. I like it.
Thank you. What does a redneck do for Halloween?
What?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin?
Yeah, pumpkin. Yeah.
Oh.
My uncle had a
Okay.
my uncle had a
Please
roommate.
explain that one to me.
My uncle had a roommate who told that joke years ago. It was the funniest
Lost in
thing.
translation here.
Yeah,
Oh God,
it
that's
was the
funny. Yeah.
funniest thing I ever heard in my life. And he,
It's very funny.
and he had some
Yeah.
teeth
Yeah.
missing in the front that made it even more funnier. He looked like a
Oh my
jack o'
God. See,
lantern.
sometimes with language barrier, I still don't get the jokes, but now I get it. I got that one. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have any jokes for me?
No, I didn't even think that you always end your things with joke.
Yes, always.
Yeah.
Always.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. So I told you two really good ones.
So next time I'll have to come up with an extra one to make up for this time.
Okay. Okay. Marie, I love you. Thank you for finally coming
I
back
love you
on.
too. I'm so honored to be on your show again, and I hope we can see you soon in Savannah. We could do a podcast from here.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, it's funny, I went to LA back in June, which was fabulous, at the Hollywood show and stuff. And right now we're just paying off the credit card and trying to get everything
Oh, I
squared
get
away
it.
that way,
Yep. Yeah.
But there'll definitely be a Georgia trip in the future somehow.
I would
Um,
have to, like I said, you stay with us when you come.
yes. So there'll be definitely a Georgia trip in the future, and I'll keep you posted on that, and we'll talk unrecorded soon. And
Okay. All right.
I love you
Okay.
so much, and
I love you too.
happy holiday season, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Well, there you have it. Marie Laurin. Oh my God. I am so proud to call her a friend. I just love her. She's so hilarious, and she's a fucking survivor. Oh my God, that was just horrific. Didn't I tell you guys that it was going to be heavy? I mean, God, I can't imagine. But that's why her and I are friends. We're resilient, we're strong, and we got dirty minds, and we love the same movies and television and music. So, She's a great match to be my friend. Well, until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying there's no shame in living in the past because the present sucks. Later, dudes. Happy Halloween, everybody.